Okay, I think we should be good.
Okay.
All right, so let's do a warm up. We won't do too much. We'll just kind of knock them out. In fact, a bit of the warm up is actually going to be a little intense anyway, so we'll just go like light and then make it more intense as we go.
Okay.
So I'm going to set this for about 26 rounds. Okay. And then we'll do a little bit on the rest, just kind of jump from one to the next and then go ahead and jump in there. So, okay, so we're starting with, we're just going to do lunges, but we're just going to do stationary and we're not going to go super low. Just to get warm. Don't go like super deep in them yet. Ready, set, and here we go. So just barely down into your lunge, enough to get things warmed up a little bit, but not like overdo it.
Yeah.
Get all the snap, crackling, and popping stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
Super great.
It definitely did it.
Yeah. At least there's no pain. That's the one thing. Go ahead and switch to the other side. That's the one thing they have you watch for. If there's pain, no bueno. But if it's noisy, not a big deal. It's just annoying. Like really annoying.
Right.
Move back a little bit. There we go. I don't know if I have this positioned very well. All right, couple seconds. Yeah, give those a good stretch. Let's do those standing jackknives. So arms overhead and reaching for the opposite toe. So we'll just go ahead and do those. Make sure, okay, yep, we're good. Stretch out those hammies.
Oh yeah, hammies are always angry.
Oh yeah, just go ahead and keep going. The timer will sync up with us in a few. Yeah, if there's usually an angry muscle group, that's the one. Or most of us. But there's ways to help, and hopefully today will. I make them a little bit tighter for a bit, but we'll get there. All right, go ahead, shake that out a little bit. Next, let's go ahead and move into just really shallow squats. So just regular squats, toes are forward. And just shallow. Don't go too low right now. Ignore the timer. Just enough to get things going. Yeah, ignore that sound for a second. Good old leg day. That's why no one wanted to jump on. I'm just kidding. This has been a busy week with graduation and everything that's going on. So everyone's got a lot going on.
Yeah. I still have a lot of cleaning to do.
Let's do those U toe touches. So reach down. Yeah, I bet for your boy's graduation, that's so cool.
Right.
Is he excited?
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, right?
I
know. Caleb, like out of nowhere, just became like mature.
Right.
So weird. Keep going with those. It's like literally overnight. He just all of a sudden seems just like a man. It's just bizarre.
I know, right?
But I think when you go through a lot of stuff, that tends to make you kind of, grow up a little bit faster. So
for sure.
Yeah.
You guys been through a lot.
Oh, dude. when I look back at everything, I'm like, I need to start. I literally need to start playing the lottery. And I even bought tickets the other day. I'm like, I'm just like even the little cheap ones, just so that I can maybe counteract some of this bad run I've had. We'll do
Right.
side lunges, same thing, not deep though, just like really barely go into it. So stationary here. So you're gonna go just slightly in, don't go low yet. Just kind of want to work out all the tension in there first before we start really going for it. Have you been having some tight hammies from all this too? Is it
Not as bad. Not as bad as it used to be.
Yeah,
They're not as bad.
that's good.
Like, they'll get sore and that's about it. Then they'll be fine.
Right. Yeah. We can work with sores, that tightness that gets aggravating and starts pulling on other stuff. So
Right.
a couple more seconds. We're starting to get warmed up now. Some people might be like, this is the warm up. This is like our warm up is other people's workout. For anyone who's just doing this, don't go as hard. If it's too hard, don't hit it too hard. Let's do chest openers with a butt kicker. So this one takes a little coordination, but ignore the timer. We're almost done with our warm up here. Yeah, I started looking at some of my old workout stuff. Just go ahead and keep going. I'm like, I might have to put together some of my pyramids. So we can
Right.
do some deck of card workouts together.
Your deck of cards are fucking crazy.
Yeah, I haven't done one in a long time. I might even have to like, it'd probably kick my butt right now. So I might have to practice first before I throw those in there. I'll never forget.
Test them on Julio.
Yeah, true. Good call. It's a good idea. You might not ever speak. You might be like, you're crazy. To make me go through the whole deck. Like, yep, all 52. Sometimes 54 if we throw the jokers in there.
Yeah.
Which used to be nice and let those be a break, but I think I quit doing that. Perfect. All right, so we are officially warmed up. It's going to be 20 rounds. We're doing a minute of each. 30-second rest though, because these are going to be a little bit tough. And we're going to start with good morning squats. So do you have any weight?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you'll do is, I've got a kitten in the corner. And oh gosh. Okay. There's something I need to tell you when we get off of here. That I like really, that's why I did mute, so I wouldn't start laughing too hard. But I'll tell you later. It'll be a secret to everyone else. So it's going to be a squat, regular squat. Then when you come up, you're going to go into a good morning. So quads here, and then good morning. So I'll do a side view for a full minute. If you have a 5-pound, 10-pound, if you don't have any weight, water bottle works perfectly fine. So, all right, ready, set. Here we go. So we're going into just a regular squat and then hinge at the hips for that good morning. So almost, that's a good combo of moves here, but the lower you can go with your squat, the more you'll kind of load up some extra muscles. And then with that good morning, you're just keeping your knees soft, not locked out, and just hinging right at the waist. So squat into a good morning.
When you're recording, does it record our conversation?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I had to mute because I was like laughing. And I don't know how to edit these. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to play around with that one a little bit. Things happen when you work out, you know, or you're like, oh, maybe that shouldn't be on a video. Okay, single leg hip thrusters. So we're on the floor. I'm gonna move this down just a bit. If you can't see me at any point, let me know. So one leg straight up. Actually, it's straight forward. Other one's on the floor. You'll want to point your toes. And then you're going to lift, just like we do with both. Like regular bridges, but we're doing one leg at a time. Same thing here, try to hover a little bit. You don't want to come all the way to the ground if you can help it. If you need that little break in there, totally fine. Because these can be a little rough sometimes. If by chance these are too hard for anyone else, do both legs. And if your knees hurt or anything like that, you can move up to an elevated point, and it might take a little bit of that pressure off, but you want to be pretty much in the same position, just a little bit higher up. So if you have like a chair, you can put your legs up there. For me, it always seems to help if my knees are angry. So, and also squeezing the glute every time you push up with that leg that's on the floor. You're pushing through your heel, squeezing the glutes. Okay, little break here, and then we'll switch to the other side. Yeah, I don't have Zoom figured out yet. I thought it was way more simple than it is. I mean, it's not that complicated. There's just little things about it that, unless you've messed with it a lot, it's like, yeah, a little bit different. But yeah, I might just switch to Facebook Live soon. Okay, so other side, same thing. You're pushing through your heel, and then don't come all the way down. Try to stay hovering a little bit. This one's working your quads, and if you get to the top and squeeze your glute, you should feel it move back there a little bit. And with these, it doesn't feel like it's a very big move, but there's a lot of muscles working. Not one where you have a ton of range, or at least feel like you have a ton of range of motion. What's up, Tilly? Are you gonna help me out? She's gonna like lay down and cuddle.
Yeah.
She's like, what's up, dude? She's staring at me. Oh, she's gonna make me laugh. She's literally purring right now.
Is she on your belly? You should put her on your belly.
Yeah, right. Add some weight. She's a big kitten. She's a big kitten. That may be a little tricky. If she even lays on me, I'm like, okay, so next up is hip circles. We'll do forward for a full minute. So just like the old days. So you're bringing your hip forward, but we're going for a full minute. So this is actually going to be a little bit tougher than usual since we haven't done them for a while. So basically, it's like you're drawing a big O with your knee. And you might get some hip popping in there. That's very common for some of us. And if you need to take a rest, take a little breather, because minute long can be a little tough. Keep abs nice and solid. Your back is flat, so no arching here. If you naturally have an arch, make more of an effort to just keep it flat. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Same thing, we're staying forward the whole time. Eight seconds. 3, 2, excellent. Go ahead and stretch out for a second. Ooh. Those are the ones that are making me sweat more than anything. How about that? Those little ones.
Uh-huh.
when it's not your muscle group, sometimes that's the case.
Yeah.
And tight hips are just so common. It's just one of those things for some of us. Okay, so other side, big circle. It's going to be a little tougher on this side. How you holding up?
Good.
Good. We're about, I'm gonna wait to stay at, we're halfway. There we go. Like that's not gonna be very motivating if I say it now. 20 seconds, just a couple more. We're moving into, we're gonna do a lunge with a single leg deadlift, but I'm gonna have you hold on to the wall until we get that balance down. Make them a little bit easier. There we go. Okay, so this one, you can add weight if you want to. If not, that's okay. So it's, you're going, make sure you have the wall there. Hold on. So into a back lunge and then into a deadlift. So this one's gonna be a little tricky for balance. Definitely stay near something in case you need to hold on. I'm gonna move this up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we're going into the back lunge. Scared the crap out of her. And then into a single leg deadlift. If you can do it without holding on, much better. But until we get that balance down, don't feel bad if you need to hold on. And also, back stays flat when you're leaning forward. So make sure as you're bringing it forward like that, your back is completely flat. Your back leg is as straight as it can be. Got about 20 seconds. I looked down at the clock and it almost threw me off. There we go. 5, and then we'll switch to the other side, which will be a bit tougher. Perfect. So on the other side, I had my left leg down. It's gonna be my right leg down. So I'll hold on over here. Same thing, lunge, and then deadlift. If you can't do a full lunge, that's okay. Just even a little mini one. And then even just a slight, bend forward will work. So don't worry about if you're not getting a super deep lunge on these here. So back into the lunge. And then single leg deadlift. This is when I don't quite trust my knees yet entirely. Right. I'm rehabbing them right now. I'm used to all the fun stuff we used to do. Not a fan of some of the jump squats and burpees these days. All right, so let's grab a drink real quick. Where did I set mine? Oh, there we go. Can you see me okay over there? Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, so next up is butterfly crunches. So we're gonna lay down on our back, and then this is that awkward one that no one likes to do at the gym. That's why having the ladies' private room was nice.
Yeah.
So but I like these are actually one of my favorites for upper abs. So toes or feet are touching, knees are falling out, but you're doing a crunch. So hitting the upper abs, a little bit of a hip stretch in there, going for a full minute. And if you need to support your neck by putting your hands back there, you can. Otherwise, you can put your hands here and just reach forward, but make sure you keep space between that chin and chest so that you're not looking this way and pulling and straining your neck. Plus, it makes them a lot tougher when you have to look more upward. Keep the breath in there. I might end up having to do like a little mini video of this one anyway. That's okay. Oh man. I may have said too much. Now people will ask me questions.
Right? Yeah. That's
What
why
was it? What were you laughing about when you muted? Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I stopped talking. We'll let you do your video.
Right. Yeah. And then I was like, I wonder if it mutes. Like if it stays recording. If I mute, that would make it even more funny.
Yeah.
Like if it didn't actually mute. Let's do heel taps next. Sorry, I had to get up. We're gonna stay down. We're gonna alternate heel tap, heel tap. On this one, make sure you're making it tougher for yourself when you're reaching for your heel. So don't like bring your feet too close to where you literally can touch them. See people cheat on that one quite a bit. Right. You want to actually really have to reach to get to the heel. And it's natural, like our bodies will naturally try to find an easier way to do stuff. So if you catch yourself starting to creep them in closer, try to push them back out. And I always support my neck on these because going a full minute with this stuff can start to kind of add some strain, but you want to be resting your head in your hands, not really pulling. Perfect. Whew. Man, abs get me. Like everything else, some of the balance stuff obviously challenging, but abs always make me sweat. It's just silly. We're going to do the hip circles, but we're going the opposite direction this time. So we came forward. This time we're going backward. So back to these guys, except we came forward. So this time we're going backwards. So back and around. And on these, make sure you're not leaning too far on the leg that's stationary. Try to kind of keep everything stacked above. Abs stay engaged as much as possible. As you get tired though, it's really common to start leaning more into that leg. 30 seconds. Crap. I'm starting to think about it again. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Counts as extra credit if you laugh during any type of ab involved move.
Yes.
Oh geez. Okay, 3. One more. Okay. Take a rest for a second. Oh man. Yeah. I'll have to rewind it and see how damning it is. But just thinking about it is making me laugh, so that's really even worse, and it's not going away. Oh man, I have stories, but I can't tell them right now. This is horrible. Okay, so backward. It's happened before where I started laughing and then didn't stop for like a whole session. I just kept laughing the whole time. Something had happened that just made me laugh and I could not stop. It was so bad. It like echoed through my head the whole hour. It was so incredibly hard.
There's
And the
nothing
gal would just sit there and wait for me to stop laughing. It was bad. Like she'd roll her eyes and just be like, really?
Yeah, you're burning extra calories.
It's true. It's true. Your abs have to like flex to laugh, so extra credit. Okay, there it is. All right. So we're gonna stay on the floor, but we're gonna do the glute kickback like we did. So straight leg into the glute kickback. So I'm gonna move this down just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so straight leg and then kick back, but pause at the top each time. So as you go back, pause, then bend your knee, pause. That way you feel it in your glute. And definitely, same with these, try not to lean too much onto that leg that's not doing a whole lot. Otherwise, it'll start burning a lot, and the burn that we're aiming for is actually in the leg that's moving. So 18 seconds. I do these on my fists just because my wrists get angry. You can do them on your elbows if you need to, but I would recommend, find whichever is easiest for you. Take a stretch. We'll move to the other side. Any type of elevation, sometimes using weights in place of that will take that pressure off of it too. But you don't have any wrist issues, so you're solid. Mine only bother me if I'm in that spot for too long.
Actually, they were starting to bother me.
They are?
Yeah, I went to the fist.
Oh, did you? Okay, yeah. Sometimes these back-to-back floor ones can do that. Elbows are fine too, but it does shift the way it feels quite a bit. But it's a good way to take some pressure off if your arms are getting shaky. I haven't done much with them today, so hopefully that's not the case, but sometimes this alone can be enough. Halfway. Go into sumo squats next. Whew. 10 seconds. Last one. Perfect. All right, so we're gonna go into sumo squats. So same thing as a regular squat, except toes are pointed out. A little bit easier on the knees. So a little bit more, like almost 45. Normal squat is here, sumo's a little bit more out here. And they hit the quads a little bit different. So that's the perk to these bad boys. All right, ready? And here we go. So sumo squats. Same thing with regular squats, just chest stays forward. You really shouldn't have much tilt on these. Sometimes it's natural too, depending on your flexibility, but the more forward you can keep your chest, the better. makes a big difference. I actually don't mind sumo squats compared to like skier squats. They're a little bit easier on the knee joint. Which mine tells me when the weather's getting bad, so. Osteoarthritis at 33, so it's not my 45 thing. This has been going on for a while. 5 seconds. All right, nice, nice. Okay, we're gonna go back on the floor for a glute bridge, but we're gonna hold it for the full minute. But make sure, take breaks if you need to. And same as always, your heel should be underneath your knee. And when you push up, you want to make sure that you're squeezing your glutes. Don't like hyperextend your back too high up. You should just be to the point where you're pretty flat, but your glutes are engaged the whole time. This is a really good one for lower back. Like if you're having back pain and you do these, get your glutes to fire up, it'll actually ease some lower back tension. Probably not for a minute though, if it's hurting, maybe 30 seconds or whatever you can handle without it hurting it. And if you do feel it in your lower back, take a break, pull your knees in for a second, kind of stretch it out and get back into that position and just keep squeezing. Same thing with the abs. Keep them as solid as you can. Counts as ab work. All right. Whew. Yeah, that one, look at the back. Feeling it a little bit. Okay, let's do, this is going to be kind of a double whammy on calves, so I apologize in advance. We're going to do a light hop. I'm going to pause. Good call. Let's grab a drink. Just a light hop back, like back and forth. You can put something down on the floor. Pause. As like a reference point. I'm probably not going to do this just because I don't want to fall like on camera, but you can put something there to like jump over so you have something to aim for. Otherwise, just pretend there's something there. And then we're going to go 30-second rest into calf raises. So it's kind of a double hitter for calves. Okay. Okay, ready, set, here we go. So just hop back and forth. Keep it light on the knees. Not a big move, it's just side to side. If that's too tough, go ahead and keep going, Sonia. You can do just little calf raises. Nothing major. You can even alternate, do a couple of hops with maybe a couple of calf raises. Switch it up a little bit. This can be a little rough on the knees though, so you want to keep it light. "14 seconds. Apparently I cannot look around when I do these either. Moving to calf raises if they're burning. Mine are burning. 2, 1, she made it.
Oh gosh.
Go, Sonia.
Oh shit. They started to burn.
Yeah, these are gonna burn a bit more too after that. But we'll just do calf raises up against the wall. Let's just keep kind of medium tempo, just keep the full range of motion on these. So just normal, especially after those. The squeeze at the top. Whew. We'll do some abs after this, and then we'll pick a good finisher for legs. Sound good?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Most people are like, no, sounds horrible. 15 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they might cramp up. If they cramp, just tap out. With hopping and those back to back, it's kind of a double whammy. But we're doing some ab stuff, so there's the perk there. We'll do leg lifts. And then after that, we're gonna do plank crunches. And then I'll have us do not too hard for leg stuff, but a good finisher. So leg lifts, just lay on your back, tuck your hands under your tailbone if you need back support. Legs might be a little heavy, so if you need to bend your knees a little bit, you can, but otherwise legs will stay straight. Now, there's our timer. Ready, set, here we go. So one thing with these, if your back comes up off the mat, that's not bueno. So you want to make sure that if that's happening, you need to bend your knees because that means your back is not strong enough to do this exercise. So a slight bend in the knee, or like what I'm doing, keeping my hands kind of back there to kind of support it a little bit. If you can do it without, just pay attention to make sure that your back isn't arching off of the floor. That's a really big thing with these. Because if it's arching even the tiniest bit, you're going to feel it back there. If you have back issues, you'll start to feel how it could strain it a little bit. Yeah, it's the abs. That's what gets me going. That's what gets my heart rate up. I don't understand it. Okay, plank crunches. These will feel good on the back. So just like our normal planks, except we're going, actually it might be a little slippery, but up here into an arch and then back down to flat. So just back and forth. Stretch your back if you need to. Okay, so your elbows right underneath your shoulders. They might be slipping on the mat right now, just like mine are. Totally expected. And then when you come to flat, you want to make sure you're in that plank. You're not letting your hips sink down. So you're as flat as you can keep your back. Also keep the bottom, squeeze your glutes a little bit, squeeze your abs to make them a little bit tougher. And if you need a break, take a second, hold it in cobra pose for a minute, and then just shake it out and jump right back in. So back up and down. My elbows keep slipping out, so it's making it a little more challenging. 5 seconds. All right. Okay, let's take a quick water break. We're gonna finish the legs off once and for all. Perfect timing, and we can stretch out a little bit. So I think we're gonna do rocket squats for our finisher.
Okay.
Do you remember those, Sonia?
Rocket squats?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're fun. They're fun. Okay, so I'll show you. It's like a three-part deal. Actually, you're basically doing a slow motion squat with a jump, but you're landing in it's kind of like a jump squat, but you go 1, 2, 3, jump, landing back into 1, 2, 3, jump. So we'll keep repeating through those. So slow motion jump squat. with pauses, I guess would be what that would technically be. Full minute. We got a few seconds before the timer starts. If these get too tough, or if you can't do them at all, just do the 3 parts. Come up into a regular squat. Don't jump. Otherwise, start with these if you can. So it's 1, 2, 3. Jump. 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yep.
I remember how bad they burn.
Yep. These will get you. You need to alternate. You can do that too. Move into just regular 2, 3. Even these are going to burn at this point where they should be. 3, regular squat. If you can keep your jump in there, the more the better. 2, 3. Feel my form starting to slip, so that's where you want to move into the regular ones for a second, kind of regroup. There we go. There's that burn. Let's stretch out. Woo. Since I've got you, Sonia, let's do some hip stretches real quick. Let's go into pigeon pose. Should feel real good after that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love these stretches.
Yeah. These are a game changer for sure. My doctor, since I do have some hip mobility stuff I have to work on, he pulled them up on his computer. He's like, you should do, I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what I should be doing. I will start right away. It's just, you forget to do the good stuff too, you know?
Yeah.
But this is a really big one for pretty much the whole hip and lower area. Let's go ahead and do like we did before. Bring that back leg around the front. So I'm just going to switch positions here. So I was here, but I'm bringing that leg around the front, kind of a pretzel-y move, but it helps stretch the outer hip. If you lean into it, I usually just do whatever feels good when it comes to stretches, but I can feel more of a stretch through that outer hip and a little bit in the IT band for me. So is that, you said 2 o'clock at your new house? You've been at your house for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Is your oldest going to be there?
Yeah, he should.
Nice.
Yeah.
I will see his posts on Facebook and I'm like, oh, cute little granddaughter. She's so cute.
Yeah.
She's gotten so big though.
She is. She's way big.
How old is she now? I know she's still.
She's 3.
Oh, geez. Wow.
So
Dude, I have no concept of time. I was like thinking maybe 2, but wow.
Yeah.
So she's like
probably
probably
potty training.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Well, and you and I both had boys, so that's probably a whole new world.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For you. You're like, I don't know how to give you advice on a girl. I don't remember how I did it.
Right? Yeah.
Go ahead and bring that leg around. I've heard they're easier, but I bet it's different with everyone. Every kid is different, so.
Yeah. I found a picture of Damien and Kai.
Really?
Yeah.
You should send it to me.
I will. It's so cute.
You should, because they were little buddies
Uh-huh.
for the longest time. They hung out a lot.
Yeah. I'll send it to you when we get off because I have it on my phone.
Yeah, you should. I'm trying to compile a lot of those.
Yeah.
A ton of just regular photos, and then I run into some online where he was tagged in something that I didn't even know about, and I'm like, Stealing it.
Right? Yeah.
So, go ahead and let's do that butterfly stretch. Just bring those heels in as much as you can. The more you kind of pull your feet up, you'll get a big stretch in there, but this one feels really good.
It does.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast they grow up.
Oh my gosh. What's Caleb gonna do?
Well, he's back from Arizona. He went down there and worked for a little bit. He wants to live in a warmer place, and he loves Arizona, which of course I'm not fond of, but I understand too. Like it's a love-hate thing with there. But winter makes him kind of depressed, so
yeah,
he would like to live somewhere warm in the next bit. He's trying to round up some friends to go with him, but I'm like, it's gonna take like 5 of you to pay for one. So expensive there. Like it is not cheap to live in Phoenix, but
is that where he wants to go? Phoenix area?
In that area, yeah. But he's also like, go ahead and bring your legs out straight forward, just reach for your toes. He wouldn't mind even, I don't know, he needs to, he's 18, almost 19, and thinks that he's like, maybe New Mexico. I'm like, you need to travel, like before you need to travel places.
Yeah.
Can't just follow the warm weather. Like I promise that won't lead you to the right place. Find places that have cool things going on and
right. Yeah.
But I get it. This is the worst town for teenagers.
It is. It really is. Did you like Georgia?
Oh yeah, he loved. Like he's like, I wish I could go back. I'm like, Caleb, you were so young when you lived there. I don't know if you really got the full experience. Like, I mean, it is gorgeous. The weather there is amazing. But he'd probably like Atlanta. I could see it.
Yeah.
I think, go ahead and let's move into one of these stretches here. Yeah, he would love anywhere warm. Basically, he just really likes the desert.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, Wyoming's a desert. Caleb, he's like, shh, whatever. Not warm desert. There's no cactus, Mom. I'm like, I know. There's red dirt though.
Right.
But yeah. I think honestly, if he just starts traveling more, that's kind of the goal right now. I want him to get out. He's moved, he's lived in a lot of different places and been out. So if he just gets out more, he might not be like as unhappy here as he has been. So, and Kai, before he left here, I'm pretty sure he told Caleb, like, get out of Casper. This place is horrible. I'm pretty sure those words are kind of echoing in his head a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Because I didn't realize how many talks they had that I was unaware of. But I get it, because even a young mid-20-year-old here, this is just not a really good place for people that age. It's just not.
Yeah, agree. And there's not anywhere where they can expand in anything.
Right. Yeah. There's nothing really encouraging. It has gotten better. They do a lot more here now. We're starting to get decent concerts, but I mean, Caleb, he thinks everything I listen to is lame. So when I'm like, hey, good band's coming, he's like, ew. But they're good. He's like, no, Mom. No, they're not.
Right?
Can't win.
Yeah.
So tomorrow I'll see who's going to be on corrective exercise type stuff. If nobody jumps on, or if it's just a couple of us, I might go over a couple things that people in the group want to work on, and then maybe we'll just do like an extra workout just to kind of make it extra fun.
Okay.
Because nobody gets excited about corrective exercise, but it's so important. You like it?
Yeah, I do.
It helps. It's a game changer. Like I slept weird the other night and then did some stretches on my neck and some of the stuff that we worked on, and like within, I mean, today it feels perfectly fine. So it makes a huge difference. So
yeah, I know I've been sleeping terrible, and I don't know if it, so I've been having like a lot of neck issues and shoulder issues.
have you?
Yeah, so I don't know what, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm just sleeping wrong or what.
That can be it. If you sit a lot at work and your shoulders are forward, it can, what ends up happening is these muscles start to get really tight. And so, I mean, we all kind of do that now. If you're holding a phone, looking, like we all do that. So if we do that too much, it just ends up pulling on those back muscles. So the more we can kind of work, get them stronger to kind of naturally pull it back. So actually, if you're having some of that, I can show you some good stuff for that. Some of the neck stretches that can make a big difference. The chin tucks, even if you're having a little bit of pain, sometimes those will actually help kind of release the neck muscles in there. So, but yeah, if that's the case, we can add some extra stuff tomorrow.
Okay.
And do some of those little rhomboid or the scapula retractor move. That one is a big one. So if you're feeling it like right now, I would do those. Just make sure it's your back muscles. Your arms literally aren't doing any of the work. It's your back pulling everything back. So your arms just stay completely straight. And then pinch your shoulder blades together. Like pretend like you're trying to hold a pencil between them and really flex them, and it'll help get things mobile back there. But that's a huge issue with those areas. Usually it's those muscles that are holding us back, and that pain can run from your shoulder blade all the way up into your neck. And it can, for me, when I had it, would move from one side to the other. A lot of it came from doing too many push-ups. The chest muscles got tighter, and then so it pulled more. So if we need to like counteract that, do more back exercises for you, and then lay off, do like 2 to 1, like 2 back exercises to 1 chest. It might balance it back out a little bit. But yeah, sometimes push-ups will trigger that just because it tightens up this area here and then makes everything even more tense. So okay, we'll plan on doing that tomorrow, and then kind of go from there. If we feel good, maybe we'll do a little extra core stuff. Some of the balancing stuff that we've been working on might be good.
Great.
But yeah, let's do that.
Okay, sounds good.
Shoot me a text, let me know. Okay?
Okay. Hey.
All right, I'll tell you in a few about that situation. High five, girl.
Love your face.
Love your face. Bye, hun.
Bye.
Bye.